college football season coming up. The Oklahoma Sooners fans, you're feeling pretty good about Oklahoma going into the season. How did you vote in one of the polls we put out over on YouTube? We'll discuss coming up next year on Locked On Sooners.
You are Locked On Sooners, your daily podcast on the Oklahoma Sooners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Once again, thanks for making Locked On Sooners your first listen every single day. Shout out to all the everydayers out there. Tune in and subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Jay put up a poll last week sometime asking Oklahoma Sooner fans, or really asking the internet on YouTube, because it could have been a lot of fans that weren't Oklahoma fans voting in this thing. So keep that in mind as you look at the results here. But Jay, I asked the question, how are you feeling about the Oklahoma Sooners in 2025? And the poll options were 10 plus wins, college football playoff, 9-3, 8-4, or 7-5 or worse. And here is how they voted. 40% of the 2,400 votes said 10 plus wins and a college football playoff berth. Another 40% said 9-3, 15% said 8-4, and 5% said 7-5 or worse. And I'm going to assume those are Texas Longhorns and Missouri Tigers fans showing up in the chat, voting that 5%. Jay, what's your reaction when you see how Oklahoma Sooner fans are voting here?
Yeah, that was definitely tainted by the competition there. But no, I am very happy to see that y'all are getting in the water. Shout out to my guy, Red Dirt Sports. That's exactly what we're doing right now. Everybody get y'all butts in this water. Y'all understand that this team is going to be way better than y'all think. This is going to be – we're in a situation now that as much as people want to deny that Oklahoma has a chance of being good, they're recognizing that, yes, Oklahoma still has that want to. That's the most critical component in order to be successful in collegiate sports. You got to care. You got to care. You got to care. And Oklahoma's always been one of those schools. I mean, look at where we're located. We ain't got that many people here. Our population's low. Oklahoma shouldn't be this good. But they've historically always been great. Why, John? Because they care. They want to be great at something. That was always, that's in the lore of Oklahoma's history, is that, you know, at the beginning of it being created, they're like, you know what? We'd find something we'd be great at. And so our focus is going to be this football field. Sure enough, we were it. They're the resources I put there. And so I like to see that fans are getting in the water and they're actually believing that Oklahoma has the ability of bouncing back. I actually like that fans believe that Brent Venables is the one to bring us back. The only reason why I'm not like some of the other schools who are really down on their coaches because the coach didn't feel like they're doing what they're supposed to do. The only reason why with Oklahoma I am so still like hardcore on it is that Brent Venables has changed the other side of the ball dramatically. If our defense wasn't good last year, I would be calling for his head just like y'all. But it was obviously the other side of the ball was an anomaly, obviously, because you don't win 6 games without that defense doing what they did. You don't do that without Brent Venables as your head coach, being able to make everything happen on one side of the ball that we ain't seen to be very good since the last time he was here, John. So that's the only reason why I'm bullish, guys. Like I will confess that. I've confessed it on numerous episodes, John. I want y'all to understand. I'm only bullish because if he didn't do good on defense, I wouldn't be. But he's done it. Now I got to see if his hiring is good. I mean, you know, Levy was not a bad hire.
No, Levy was a fine hire.
It was. It just wasn't a perfect hire. It just, things happen. But Levy was not a bad hire because you had a top 5 offense with him, right? You were still retooling the defense. Well, see what Ben Arbuckle can do, man. I think that Ben Arbuckle can be it, though. That's the other thing. I think he can bring that West Texas charm in the offense and cause problems in the SEC. Look, Leach caused problems when he was here. Rest in peace. He caused problems when he was there at Mississippi State. Go look at the numbers. He caused problems. See if Ben can do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm optimistic. I'm excited about this team. It's exciting to see Oklahoma fans excited about it. I think sometimes it's easy to get caught up in a lot of the negative talk and a lot of the issues and the questions that we have. But dude, football season is right around the corner, and now's the time to start getting hyped. Like, Oklahoma fans are going to be chomping at the bit when Michigan comes to town, or even that Illinois State game. Everybody's going to be ready to just put 2024 on the back burner, in the rear view mirror, and just forget about it. It's time. Like, it's time to move on from it. It doesn't matter. It's in the past. What happened last year is done. It's gone. And seeing that 80% of the respondents in this poll believe Oklahoma will go 9-3 or better, to me, that's showing a belief in what they're building, a belief in the offseason moves that they've made, a belief even in the head coach. I get it. He's not a perfect head coach out there. There isn't one. Aside from Nick Saban, and he's retired and apparently not coming back. And Kirby Smart might be the next best thing. But you're not going to find a perfect head coach. Brent Venables is kind of on the clock here. He's got to go win games to solidify his status and to get himself off the hot seat. But we saw coaches do that last year. Billy Napier did it. Shane Beamer did it. Why can't Brent Venables go do it? Yeah, the schedule's tough. The schedule is going to be a challenge. But you're Oklahoma. You're ready for these challenges. And Oklahoma is going to be the challenge for everybody else as well. And so, man, I'm hyped. I'm excited. I think everything's going to come together for this team. And it's exciting to see Oklahoma fans starting to at least get excited for what's going to come this season.
Talk season's over now. We got fall camp. We're actually going to start getting workouts. There should be some like presser or something today or whatnot. Mm-hmm. So we expect that to go down. And then, of course, we're going to talk about that here on the show. We get to hear from people. They're going to tell us something. Give us some news. Give us some updates. Hopefully we get some health-related updates. We get some injury updates, which I actually think we will. We'll probably hear who's going to be practicing, who's going to be playing, etc. And that's going to be important because, I mean, all of us want to know, like, who's going to be on the team. Like, I'm kind of curious to who's ready to go and who ain't ready to go. I'm a little nervous. Now I'm really thinking about it.
Yeah, and to close today, I just want to send a special shout out to John Hoover of Sooners on SI. He's been covering Oklahoma Sooners for a long time across, in the Tulsa area, in Norman. He's been one of the figureheads of Oklahoma football coverage, especially as things have transitioned from the paper to the digital side of things. He's been one of the guys at the forefront of that. He wrote a piece for Sooners on SI and released it on Tuesday, just detailing some of the health issues that he's been struggling with that have got him going into a semi-retirement. And I have had just a few interactions with John Hoover at a few different things. And, sometimes you never know what a person is going to be like when you meet him in person. And he was the nicest guy, incredibly welcoming and incredibly encouraging of myself and the work that we do here on Locked On Sooners. And for those of you who might not have followed the show for very long, so I took over in 2020 hosting Locked On Sooners. Well, John Hoover at one point in time was a host of Locked On Sooners prior to that. And so he's one of the OGs on the Locked On network. So just wanted to send a special shout out to him and his family. Just thinking about you, praying for you in the next few years and what life has in store for you. Really highly recommend that you all go read what he wrote. Just kind of a beautiful piece about what he's been going through, some of the things that he's feeling about what he's going through and what's to come. But just wanted to take a moment to send a special shout out to John, because he's one of the great people in our industry that is truly a gentleman and truly one of the good guys. And so if you are a praying person, please go pray for him and his family. And yeah, please go read that story over there all at Sooners on SI, because it's just a fantastic read, because he's such a great writer. But yeah, please go do that. And we'll catch you next time. We'll discuss everything that everybody had to say at fall camp, first media appearance. But he's Jay Smith. I'm John Williams. We'll talk to you next time.